The year 2020 sucked. This has been run into the ground, but in a year where many struggled to get by and the world held its breath just waiting for things to return to normal, there wasn't a whole lot to look forward to. Entertainment was more important than ever to help people through these times and escape from reality for a while. And while many sought comfort in volleyball, brothels, love games, and the occult, there was one anime that was music to my ears. Ongaku, Our Sound is the story of a deadpan delinquent that gets lost on his way to a brawl and stumbles into the inspiration to start a band. Despite having no experience with music, Kenji and his gang endeavor toward bringing their sound to the masses. At its core, it's the story of directionless youth and finding a creative outlet to constructively express yourself. One part Napoleon Dynamite, one part Wes Anderson, and a pinch of one thrown in for good measure. This movie is unconventional in all the right ways. Typically with animated films, there's always a need for something to be moving to retain the audience's attention. You see it a lot in Miyazaki's films. To me, there always seems to be this underlying, frenetic feeling that pulls the audience through moments of downtime. While this can be great from a visceral perspective, sometimes it personally leaves a bit to be desired when it comes to pacing. Ongaku breaks this mold and doesn't shy away from holding on to shots for an uncomfortably long amount of time. This is typically a faux pas in anime and not so unfairly associated with a lack of budget, but it's used to great comedic effect here. Watching the footage, you've probably noticed its peculiar art style. The film is an adaptation of a self-published manga by Hiroyuki Ohashi, which you might have guessed isn't the most conventional looking manga. But the film adapts these designs into animation well through the use of rotoscoping for a really unique effect. It took 7 years and over 40,000 drawings, almost entirely drawn by one Kenji Iwaisawa, in his directorial premiere to bring this film to fruition. The film was independently funded, so he made use of amateur animators to help make the film possible, and directly credits the use of rotoscoping for making the film a reality. As you'd expect from a film titled Our Sound, special attention was given to the soundscapes of Ongaku. They even went as far as to hold an outdoor concert to record the performances. The music isn't going to be to everyone's taste, but at no point does it feel obnoxious, and it really comes off as a love letter to both rock and folk music. And this affection is infectious, where it bleeds from the music over to the people that make and appreciate it. While many works can be cynical in their presentation, Ongaku comes as a breath of fresh air. It presents its eccentric cast and their peculiar taste in an unassuming fashion. It invites you to laugh at their peculiarities in such a way that you're laughing with them rather than at them. Rather than being condescending toward its characters, it elevates them and celebrates their differences. In a way, Ongaku is almost like a nice, wholesome middle finger. Kenji Iwaisawa, much like the film's Kenji, rejected the standard and sought to cultivate his own voice, embracing those who went against the grain like himself in the process. Where obviously cynicism has its place and can even be enjoyable in itself, a film with such a positive disposition as this one can be a really nice change of pace. In a year that saw such division and negativity, Ongaku was really a needed dose of optimism. At the time that this video goes live, there's not an official means to watch this film outside of attending one of the theatrical showings, but it's been licensed by G-Kids and does have a slated Blu-ray release of March 9th. Given the independent nature of the project, I'd strongly encourage supporting the official release if you would like to see more content like it in the future. And if you'd like to see more content like this in the future, please give this video a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Also consider checking out some of my other videos. I have a series where I recommend lesser known titles like this one, as well as more general video essays. If you made it this far, thank you for sticking around to the end of the video, and we'll see you in the next one.